How to get to know? Hello, my friends. How's it going today? Hope everybody's doing well out there. We're back for some Bhagavad Gita and tarot. Oh, this is so pretty. I love this style of art. Anyway, let's just see what comes up, huh? $5.18. Vidyavanaya sampane brahmane gavihastini shuni chaiva svapakecha pandita samadarshina. Equal vision. Yes. 5:18. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Times 3. 5:18 says, the humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a learned and gentle brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater, an outcast. Yes, I will read this purport. Oh, kitty. A Krishna conscious person does not make any distinction between species or castes. The Brahmana and the outcast may be different from the social point of view, or a dog, a cow, or an elephant may be different from the point of view of species. But these differences of body are meaningless from the viewpoint of a learned transcendentalist. My kitty cries. I must answer. Kitty, don't cry, kitty. You may have seen my cat videos. I'm letting Kaylee make cat videos. And I think it's good. People need to know Kitty. Do you want to be known? You have to be quiet. He's deaf, so he has no idea how loud he is. You're loud, Kitty. Okay. Even Kitty, okay. This is due, hang on, I have to go back. These differences of body are meaningless from the viewpoint of a learned transcendentalist. This is due to their relationship to the Supreme. For the Supreme Lord, by his plenary portion as Paramatma, is present in everyone's heart. Even Kitty is looking so cute right now. Such an understanding of the Supreme is real knowledge. As far as bodies are concerned, just 1 second, let me just share this cat body. He may act like he doesn't want love right now. Oh my gosh, look at this. Kitty, look at you. Look at you, kitty. Meow. That's all. That's probably all we get. Okay. As far as the bodies are concerned in different castes or different species of life, the Lord is equally kind to everyone because he treats every living being as a friend, yet maintains himself as Paramatma, regardless of the circumstances of the living entities. The Lord as Paramatma is present both in the outcast and in the Brahmana, although the body of a Brahmana and that of an outcast are not the same. The bodies are material productions of different modes of material nature, but the soul and the supersoul within the body are of the same spiritual quality. The similarity in the quality of the soul and the supersoul, however, does not make them equal in quantity, for the individual soul is present only in that particular body, whereas the Paramatma is present in each and every body. A Krishna conscious person has full knowledge of this, and therefore he is truly learned and has equal vision. The similar characteristics of the soul and the supersoul are that they are both conscious, eternal, and blissful. But the difference is that the individual soul is conscious within the limited jurisdiction of the body, whereas the supersoul is conscious of all bodies. The supersoul is present in all bodies without distinction, out of his great kindness. Krishna is accompanying every living entity. My kitty is staring over there where he thinks the roller is. He used to be over there. He's special. He's special. Poor kitty. Okay, I didn't really bring all my decks over here, but I have this Earth Magic. So let's pull one of these. Kitty, it's over here now. It's over here now. Anyways, it's not time to roll the kitty. Creation. This guy's playing a didgeridoo. This vibration is creating so many things. Dream time. It says dream time. Oh, kitty. For the Aborigines of Australia, the dream time is a place before time and outside of time in which ancestral spirit beings came to earth and gave all of life its form. Excuse me. Once the work was done, these spirits remained in the very forms they created, including the animals, hills, stars, and other features of the land, and continue to be present today. The dream time is an individual's or group's spiritual template, including songs and stories that have been handed down for at least 60,000 years. Although Aborigines would say that they've existed since the beginning of time. In one such tradition, there's a creation story involving the didgeridoo, which is essentially a hollowed out log that emits a droning sound when played. In this card, we see that a spirit man plays the didgeridoo. The world is sung into existence. As he plays, the world is sung into existence. Note the various beings and colors and structures of the land that are being created, all carrying spirit that has been breathed into them. Cool. There's a little exercise here. Close your eyes, tune into your breathing. Allow yourself to sink deeply into the heart of the living creation that you are. Your breath is the crossover between spirit and physical reality. Breathing comfortably and steadily helps you align yourself with spirit, which then brings a clear focus on what creative expression is preparing to be birthed through and from you. Discard any habitual thought patterns that would prevent the manifestation of what you are being prompted to bring forth. Allow yourself to take risks with this self-expression. The breath. Yeah, that's definitely a very powerful way to tap into spirit. It's just the breath. And so I was taught how to do that, and then it becomes second nature, really. Anyway, it's very useful. Let's see what's up with the tarot today. What is up? Did you need a little quiet time? A little quiet time built in there for you. Seven of Cups is the first card out. Still making a decision, huh? Knight of Pentacles. Six of Wands, Page of Swords. Stop. Stop. Two of Swords. Yeah. Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands. So many things, again, came out. I was not trying to get this many cards. And again, I'm feeling this dizzy feeling. It's just a lot of energy. Come on, let me... With the Seven of Cups, again, it feels... This is the first thing that came out yesterday. It's a lot of options. Too many things on the table. It's overwhelming. There's too many things to consider. You don't have all the information you need. So it's time to go within and try to figure out where to go from here. It could be a really quiet time as you try to make decisions. I'm being reminded yesterday again also that when there's too many things on the table, if you have to make a decision, just start picking things to throw off the table. The Knight of Pentacles is the next thing here. Slow and steady wins the race. There might be things that feel out of your control on your path, and unexpected things on your path that you have to deal with, but you keep trudging on. It's a very reliable energy. It's very steady. And then the Six of Wands is next out here. You keep going because you're expected to, because other people see what you're doing, and you're, I don't know, you're a star. You're meeting their expectations. You're leading them. You're leading them. And again, it doesn't feel like difficult or too much. It feels very natural. The next thing you have out here is the Page of Swords with Justice and the Knight, or the Nine of Swords. Now we have cat hair everywhere. This could be getting some news about karmic events taking place, or justice coming. Chickens coming home to roost. It could be something you feared. This could just also be, oh my god, that scared me. I thought these were going everywhere. They didn't. It could also just be fearing the worst. Hearing a little bit and fearing the worst based on just having a little bit of information. When justice came out, though, too, the sense was that almost like, oh, you know something is coming, and when it does, it will be just, and maybe not looking forward to that. There's fear there, honestly. The next thing is the Two of Swords, which is very similar to this energy over here of having to make a decision. And I really didn't shuffle these much, honest. These came out together yesterday too, the King and Queen of Swords. And coming under this Two of Swords, having to make a decision. This is being like pretty cutthroat. It's being very clear also. It's needing to see everything very clearly and delineate and articulate and cut things out if needed. It feels, you know, businessy. It's very non-emotional. The Eight of Wands is next out here. It's very creative. There's a lot of potential and power behind all these wands. A lot of activity, a lot of action, manifestations, and kind of getting everything you want in a way. It's like, yeah, I got a one for that. You need this. I got a one for that. I want this. I got a one for that. But not really being totally satisfied in that. It's like, yeah, so what? I can have whatever I want. So what? If they're material things, it could just be starting to feel not satisfying anymore to know that you can have all the material things you want. He's a little gluttonous. Look how fat he is. He's overindulgent. And just because you can doesn't mean you should, I want to say. The Ace of Wands is the last card out here. This person has already gone within to get some clarity and some understanding. Look, I'm seeing the tear on the face. It's the feeling of seeing things so clearly that it's like painful. But it gives you the clarity you need to make this decision. There's that Two of Swords again. It's not always easy to know more. Sometimes we're meant to be kept in the dark about things because it just would make our life easier. And then when you know more, sometimes it can be harder just to see everything, to know. Let's get some advice. I'll just give these a little shuffle, okay? We're at 16 minutes already. I did get one person saying that these are too long. What do you guys think? What's ideal? Are you getting bored? Is this the advice, really? Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel like we see that. Oh, yeah. Very common themes out here. It's the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Empress. Just for today. I'm not going to worry about the time. Okay? I'm between appointments right now. It's going to take as long as it's going to take. Wow. Okay. This looks really cool. The way I'm interpreting this is external and internal energy, or like material and spiritual. What's being manifested on the outside versus what's going on behind the scenes. And so what's going on, what it may feel like, is being stuck in some sort of routine or responsibility or expectations, being bound by some kind of contract or feeling stuck. But what's behind that is the Lovers, the Ace of Wands, and Temperance. So feeling stuck in a routine could be like having to go to work every day to pay your bills. But the blessing behind it all is that you have a place to go to work every day to get money to pay your bills. And probably whatever else is going on behind all your scenes is divinely guided, blessed, protected, inspired, and orchestrated, and you're not alone. Krishna, as the super soul, is within every heart of every living entity. Okay, and then you have the Ten of Cups here. In some ways, maybe this, your fulfillment, your contentment, your happiness and completion is being played out, is being experienced. But there's also the Eight and Ten of Swords here. Again, the Eight of Swords is feeling trapped. It's almost like this is a difficult ending. This is the feeling I'm getting, is that once you become completely fed up with material life and you realize that all of your so-called material desires are not going to fulfill you, not going to meet all of your needs, just by fulfilling them, you don't actually become happier. That surrender, that knowing, that like giving up on material life can feel like you're being bound. The path is narrow. Okay, you're not gonna be going here and there and doing, but you don't want to be. You actually get more of everything good when you simplify your life. And there's the example of a dog, like a stray dog. He has his independence, but he has to scrape by for every meal. He doesn't have anybody to, love him and pet him and take him to the vet if he needs that. Whereas a dog with an owner has no independence, is completely dependent upon the owner, but all of his needs are met. He never goes without anything. So, yeah. I've also heard, I'm pretty sure it's from the Bhagavad, but just talking to devotees over the years too, that you don't meet a real serious devotee person who has actually, attempted to commit their life to God. You don't meet those kind of people without them having gone through extreme material suffering to the point where they say, I'm done. Get me out of here. What else is there? This isn't it. There has to be that disgust. That's what the Bhagavad says. There has to be disgust with the material world. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. It's not an easy road. It's not an easy way to go. But it's better than material life. By far. Then you have the Page of Wands here. This is a really carefree. She's just tossing her wand. Have a childlike mind. Be simple. Don't be duplicitous. Is that the word? Duplicitous. Say what you mean. Do what you say. Be who you say you are. And justice is coming out with that. When you live your life in integrity and truth in the light, you can have this childlike, carefree mentality. You don't have to be remembering some lies or scheming a thing or hiding this or... No, everything can be out in the open. This reminds me of my Guru Maharaj. He didn't have any personal life. All of his business was out in the open because he wasn't doing any shady deals. What did we find out he was doing after he left? Opening hundreds of temples, distributing millions of plates of prasadam and hundreds of thousands of books. Anyways, Nine of Cups is out here again. This is that wish fulfillment. Be careful what you wish for. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. This is saying even if you're not consciously wishing for something, when you're meditating on it, you're cultivating that. You're bringing that closer to you. That thought and those feelings that go along with that, it conglomerates. It picks up energy and it will manifest into something. So if you're thinking about something you don't want, which people do, something you fear, oh, I hope this doesn't happen, well, you're pulling that in. And the more intensely you feel it, the quicker you're pulling it in. So better to meditate on the things you do want. This is making that point also. Be very precise with your intentions, with your words. If you're consciously manifesting, be really specific. And Krishna's got jokes. He's got jokes. If you're not specific, he will fill in the gaps in a way that make you go, why would you do it that way? Why would you do it? Yes, that's what I said, but that's not what I meant. The Empress is the Empress is here at the end, and she's just attracting everything that she wants because she is embodying that energy. That's how we are manifesting all the time without even trying. We just are on a wavelength, and those are the things that we attract because they're on that same wavelength. The High Priestess and the Three of Swords is clarifying this. It's a very spiritual energy. It's very high energy, I want to say, and very much in touch with the heart. I'm also seeing this Queen of Cups on the bottom. of the deck too. It's very in tune with the heart, which is where the Lord resides. So we can do a lot of connecting just through that by tapping into the heart. You ever try that? Try that. Some big cards out here. Ten of Pentacles, Death, and the Hierophant. This is telling me, all these big cards, that it is a heavy time. Maybe heavy is not the word. A potent time. Probably the way the stars are aligned. There's a full moon coming up. Shingadev's appearance day is being celebrated in India today. I think tomorrow here. I'm celebrating it today and tomorrow. The Shingadev. Yeah, so this is probably longer than most people would have wanted today, but that's what you get today. I'll wrap it up here and hope to see everybody back real soon. Be well, be peaceful, Hare Krishna.